Hi everybody, Gene Stramel with Insurance Planning Financial Services. Hope you're doing well out there. Last time we met about a year ago, we talked about Medicare and some of the coverages that you should be having when you retire or leave a job. Now we're going to talk a little bit of what Medicare doesn't cover. So we pinpointed a little bit of a coverage that is important to everybody that they should know. So let's talk a little bit about long-term care. A lot of people don't know it, and they think that Medicare pays your costs when you go into a nursing home, assisted living facility, or getting benefits at home. Medicare only pays 100 days of skilled care. So let's talk a little bit about what skilled care is. And a good way to do it is an example. Skilled care, if I had a stroke and I cannot go home, Medicare says, we're going to throw you in a skilled care unit for 100 days. We're going to help you with your speech. You're limping a little bit. We need your help walking again. So we want to get you better before we send you home. So if they cannot get that done within 100 days, then after 101 days, you now become the payer of the coverage. So how do people find coverage for long-term care? What can they do to protect themselves? Number one, they can be self-pay. So if you have deep pockets, lots of money, lots of properties, you may be able to self-pay, but most people cannot do that. Another option is to long-term care insurance, and we'll get into that just a little bit later. We can talk about Medicaid. Medicaid is the state health plan. If you do not have a lot of assets and you don't have a lot of properties and you live very poorly, the state of Kansas can come in and pay your bills. The other option would be to see a senior attorney who deals with seniors about care for, trusts, maybe division of assets and those type of things. So we're going to talk a little bit of why people don't buy long-term care insurance or do things they need to prepare themselves for when that time comes. The issue is most people insure their homes, they insure their cars, they insure their life. In case of an early death, I've got life insurance. I can continue pay some debts off. I continue income for my children, those type of things. I insure my house because if my $250,000 house burns down, I have insurance. Okay, I cannot pull $250,000 out of my pocket and rebuild my house. Same thing with long-term care costs. So why don't people really figure that into their overall financial planning? A lot of it is, this is probably one of the last things you do in life. So people do not like the image of sitting in a nursing home, in a wheelchair with a blanket over your lap. People do not like that image, and they do not want to deal with that in their good years. They're going to wait till it happens. And at that time, it's probably too late. So let's talk a little bit about insurance. Long-term care insurance has been around for a while. That is an option. We are also starting to see short-term plans for about a year's coverage. It gives people some coverage for about a year at a very good rate. And that'll give you some time to maybe to get with an attorneys and make plans to restructure your finances and those type of things. There is what we call a hybrid policy out there where it is a combination of life insurance and long-term care. Okay, so if, for instance, if you have a $300,000 death benefit, but you need it for long-term care expenses, you can actually go into that policy and draw benefits out of that. So it's a win-win situation. You have it for death, and you also have it needed for long-term care insurance. Okay, the big thing with long-term care insurance is your health. Your health buys that policy. So the longer you wait, I get a lot of people call me when they're 70, 75 years old and say, I need long-term care insurance. Well, a lot of times by that time, their health is not good any longer. So you cannot buy any type of insurance product. So we tell people buy it as much as you can at an early age, what you can afford, and you can always add on at a later age. So just remember, your health buys your policy. So hopefully some of these things, you've learned a few things. And till the next time we see you, take care and be safe.